like hit him with that intro.
Yes, sir.
All right, we went on there.
All right, we are back in the building. Welcome to Triad Hip Hop Podcast. This is your man Kurt, and this is
Howard.
This is episode 242.
242.
Yes, sir. We in the building, so we are gonna try not to keep y'all today. We got a few things to talk about.
Yeah, we got quite a bit. Things keep on, coming out, but
Popping up, man.
Yeah. How was your week, sir?
My week was good. I can't complain. I'm trying to get my mic right.
Oh, it's all
My
right.
mic sounds nice.
Check.
All right, but yeah, my week was pretty good. I ain't had no complaints. Everything seems to be going smoothly. Glad we got to do the episode today because I wasn't sure. I know you got some things going on that you got to do. So glad we were able to get this done today and share some news with y'all with the hip hop world. So, and this is a big year. This is the 50th anniversary of hip hop. So I'm glad that we're able to do some things to celebrate. So, how about you? How was your week?
Well, week was pretty good. Finished, I passed my classes, you know what I'm saying? So,
Okay, finally passed the 5th grade.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Moving up to the little, the blocks and shit, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna worry about my shapes and shit, you know what I mean? Colors.
Match stuff up.
You know how to match stuff up, you know what I'm saying? Put the circle in the square joint. The circle in the circle joint. But I've had classes and stuff, and my cousin, she graduated nursing, I believe nursing school and whatnot. I don't know the gist of it. I know she's gonna be a nurse practitioner now.
Okay.
So
okay.
yeah, she's
that's what's up.
Yeah, so she's doing it big, and I'm proud of her. And
shout out to that, man.
Yeah,
congratulations, man. Matter of fact.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, so we're going after tomorrow. That's what I'm going up there for New Jersey. We're going up there with her, spend time with her.
Okay.
So on Mother's Day, baby birthdays, and her graduation.
Okay.
I told my man that yesterday, man, you imagine all the hoes, bees, all that getting killed and slaughtered for that day.
There's gonna be so much going on this weekend, man. And so happy early Mother's Day, to all the mothers out there.
Oh yeah, shout out.
Yeah. So I got that going on. Even though we don't never hit a Happy Father's Day, we need more Happy Father's Day.
Nah, son. Get that nigga a tie, a sandwich. That's it. Get that nigga a tie, son.
I said, Daddy, get the big piece of chicken.
Yeah, that's it. Get that nigga a tie.
Man. So, but yeah, man. So, everything going on. We're working on.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, I want to give a shout out to my Uncle Marlon. He had a birthday today.
Happy birthday.
And my cousin Derek, who actually had a birthday back in the 3rd. And then the rest of y'all May babies, I can give it to y'all when I get
it. All right. That's what's up, man.
I had to shout out them. Yeah.
Well, we got we can go ahead and get right into it, man. We got a couple of people that passed away. We want to send some condolences to their families. So first we lost Charlie Rock LD, who was part of Terror Squad. He was part of more like the street division of Terror Squad. He wasn't into the rapping part. But him and Fat Joe had kind of a falling out, and they really had a lot of beef over the years, and so I hate that he passed away without them, being able to squash that. You know what I mean? The funny thing about it though, right after he passed away and the word started spreading that he passed, a lot of people feel like Fat Joe disrespected him. Because Fat Joe put out an Instagram post of just himself sitting there, and the caption said, "God don't like ugly."
Wow.
And this happened to him on purpose or something. So I don't know. I mean, that's what it kind of does feel like, because it was like right after the word came out. Fat Joe put that Instagram post out, and the caption was "God don't like ugly." So I really hope he wasn't being petty like that, man, because that's really low for you to do that, man. You know what I mean? I got a lot of love for Joe, but that would be really low for you to do some shit like that.
Yeah, especially in the position that you sit in.
Right. So even if y'all had beef, the man is going. He can't defend himself when you say some shit like that. So I hope that that's not what it was, but that's what it seemed like. But anyway, rest in peace to Charlie Rock, and then also we lost Olympic gold medalist Tori Bowie, who was a track and field star, passed away at the age of 32? Wow, man, it's way too young, man. To be an Olympic gold medalist in track and field and to be gone at the age of 35.
A lot of these, athletes, I ain't gonna say a lot of them, but there are quite a bit of athletes, prime shape, just dropping, man. Just, what I'm saying? Even, it kind of takes me back to, like, I don't know, I'm pretty sure you remember FloJo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She died like similar causes too, didn't she?
I can't
remember. She died young.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I think you're right, though. So yeah, man, that's crazy, man, right there. And just in case we forgot, I'm not sure. I think we did cover this, but we'll send a rest in peace out to the gentleman who lost his life in the subway situation where he got put in a chokehold by the military guy who basically held him for too long and just snuffed his life out. You know what I mean? And so I want to give a rest in peace to him. I think we talked about it last week, but just in case we didn't, I just want to throw that out there. So let's give them a moment of silence just to pay our respects. All right. Thank y'all for doing that. We appreciate that. Okay. So we want to jump into the birthdays or the question of the day.
We'll get into the birthdays.
Birthdays? All right. Let's do the birthdays real quick. All right. So yesterday on May 9th, we had, I don't know why February's in my head, but on May 9th, we had my man Ghostface Killer from the Wu-Tang. Yeah. Happy birthday to him. And today we got a couple. We got my man Craig Mack. Rest in peace to him and happy birthday. My man Young MC, you know what I mean? Old school icon.
You want it?
Yep. So happy birthday to both of them. Yeah, man. Bust the Move. That was my joint. He was just recently on a show. What was it? They had a special guest appearance of him on one of these little like talk shows or game shows or something like that. It was kind of cool. He did a little snippet from his song. But I think it was one of those shows where you got to guess the music or some shit.
Oh,
like
okay.
One of those types of shows. But coming up tomorrow, we got my man Ace Hood, you know what I mean? Happy birthday to him. He still makes music every now and then, but not as often as he used to. But still shout out to him. And coming up on the 12th, we got my man Elzai from Detroit. You know what I mean? He's one of my favorites out of Detroit. Also coming up on the 13th, we got my man OC. You know what I mean? Lyricist Supreme. Also on the 13th, we got Pusha Terrence. And the legend from EPMD. Harry Smith, a.k.a. PMD. Happy birthday to him.
$.
Yes, sir. And then coming up on the 14th, we got rest in peace to Freaky Ty. His birthday's on the 14th. Happy birthday to him. Coming up on the 15th, we got the legend Melly Mel. You know what I mean? So happy birthday to him.
It's a challenge for no state of mind. Blind to the ways of mankind. Gotta smile on you when he's frowning too, because it's only God knows that you go through.
Yes, sir. And then also on the 15th, one of my best friends from high school, my man Ron McIntosh. Happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday, sir.
Yeah. Coming up on the 16th, We got my man Love Bug Starsky.
Rest
You know what I
in
mean?
peace.
Yes, sir. Rest in peace. And then Special Ed. Happy birthday to them. So let's give them all some cheers.
All right. I mean, I highest title, numero uno. I'm not Puerto Rican, but I'm speaking so that you know.
Yeah, man.
Dude,
yeah. That song was my joint, man. That song will never get old. I got it made.
Yeah.
I said I got a frog, a dog with a solid gold bone. Yo, that's dope, man.
Yeah, that was hip hop was fun.
Yeah, man. You know, you could just keep it real. You know, he wasn't trying to be like no gangster. He'll let you know. You know, this is just fun for me. You know what I mean? I'm just a dope lyricist.
Yep.
All right, so let's jump into our question of the day. So what was the question of the day that you came up with for us today?
Okay, so really, this question of the day kind of stems from, so I was in the, you know, believe it or not, I know I'm fat, but my fat ass is in the gym. All right. So I was, you know, doing the treadmill, and you know, this politics season. You know, everybody trying to get prepped for 2024. So you're gonna see all these damn political ads and stuff.
Right.
And the thing of it is, it's just like the things that they're focusing on. It's like, really? Like, it's 2023, right. We still doing this?
Yeah.
So the thing of it is our politicians behind the times?
Yeah. Our politicians behind the times, and I can definitely say they probably are. You know what I mean? I guess it depends on who you talk to, you know, because some of them are purposely behind the times. You know, a lot of the conservatives, you know, that's their whole thing. You know, conservatism is all about staying with the old-fashioned traditional values and things like that. You know, whereas the progressives are a little bit more, let's move forward. But all of them are really a little behind the times. You know what I mean? So, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the thing. Like, you know, me and, you know, my girlfriend, we talked last night. And we was talking about, like, love him or hate him, Obama really was the first one to really use, like, the social media platform.
Yeah.
And use, you know what I'm saying? He was, you know, he was in the video games and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he actually used stuff that the young people that was, you know, about something. But, I mean, like I said, he used like that type of marketing to get to where he was at. So yeah. I even though love him or hate, but at least he was kind of like, look, you know, this is what people are using. This is what people are utilizing to energize a young base. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? You got Joe Biden running again talking about we're bringing manufacturing back. Like, manufacturing? Nigga, we got AI right now. Manufacturing? You fucking serious? I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand the importance. I mean, making stuff, I get it. But realistically, though, like I said, AI, we got open AI chat.
Yeah,
is coming out. Motherfucking manufacturing. It's like damn. Chappelle talked about some when Trump was coming in talking about some. Yeah, I'm gonna bring coal back. Coal.
I get what he's trying to do. You know, he's trying to get some old American values back in place, hard work and all that, but. Most likely, even if they did bring it back, it's not really going to last because AI is taking over, and they're going to have a lot of automated processes to do all of that warehouse shit that you know people used to do.
I mean,
so it's really not going to. Even if you do have a moment, it's going to be a brief moment. You know, then it's going to fade right back out.
Yeah, I think the thing of it is, you know what I'm saying, especially for us to be like a world power or whatnot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like we're really focused on the wrong shit. Like China, love them or hate them. China, India, like all these places there. I mean, now granted, they're especially with China, you know, communists and all that stuff. And then India's got a caste system. So, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, those kids focus on stuff. And they're actually, you know, able to compete in the world market. Right. We're now we just like, well, Billy feels like a girl today. He shakes his penis.
Right.
It's like we on some. I mean, I ain't knocking. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's the thing. That's the thing. I'm not knocking it, but I'm saying we are focused on the wrong thing. They ain't dealing with that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we over here talking about bringing manufacturing back. It's like, you're not even testing the temperature of the people. You're not even testing like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah. I definitely see that they are behind the times when it comes to stuff like that. I mean, I think it does need a little bit of a balance. It's like we don't want AI to do everything.
Yeah,
but it's okay in certain areas. Manufacturing, I think it's okay to have AI help with the automation and robotics and stuff like that. But making like music and shit like that, I don't need AI for that. You know what I mean? I don't need that. I'd rather have a person doing genuine lyrics and songs and all of that, and instruments. I don't need the AI being able to replicate an instrument. I don't need that. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
I can only speak for myself, but that's how I feel. But let me go ahead and throw an extra question in there. I put up a post on our Instagram where I said I had some MCs out of Queens. I chose my 4 top lyricists from Queens, New York, and that is Nas, LL, Pharoah Monch, and Cool G Rap. And I put the question out there that, can you name another borough in New York that has 4 MCs that could take them on lyrically, not like who sold the most albums and none of that, just lyrically in like a lyrical battle. Any 4 MCs from the borough, 4 MCs from Brooklyn, or 4 from Harlem, or 4 from Staten,
Bronx.
Long Island, whatever, the Bronx. I don't know if there are 4 that can stand up to them. I think you'd have a good, close matchup, but I don't think there's 4 that can stand up to them. You could probably pull 2 or 3 out of each borough, but not a full 4, in my opinion, lyrically. You know what I mean? So now, it would be hard, if a lot of the rappers that, well, I guess you could do Dead or Alive. I guess it wouldn't matter. You know what I mean? Big Pun and Biggie and all them, Big L. Bring them on too, you know what I mean? But if you can bring a full 4, let me know. I need to know, you know what I mean?
But that'd be kind of tough, man, because see, that's what I'm saying. Like, the Bronx, you could think like the Big Pun, you could think KRS-One.
Right.
But man,
so it's like
Brooklyn. Brooklyn would probably be close because
Brooklyn would be the closest.
Because you got Kane, you got I Love Raheem J, you got
Biggie.
Big. Yeah. You also have who else in Brooklyn?
So that's 3 for Brooklyn. You know what I mean? That's 3 for Brooklyn. Kane, Biggie, and Jay. I don't know, man.
Oh, well, technically, Buster's from Brooklyn.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, Buster.
That would be
Buster is he's a dope lyricist. I don't know if he could handle all of the Queens ones I came up with. I mean, Buster, to me, if I had to give him a score out of 10, I would give him like maybe an 8.5 to a 9. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I would give him like all 10s on that, on lyricism, but he can rap his ass off. So yeah, he might be the closest. So that will probably be the closest squad you can come up with. I still don't think they will win, in my opinion.
Maybe we
my humble opinion.
Maybe we need to do like BET, like since they got the bracket of the groups, we need to have like a bracket of our like the boroughs.
Yeah. So
and regions.
Y'all might have to help us out with that.
Yeah, that would be dope.
That would be dope. So yeah, but yeah, that's I think that might be as close as you're gonna get. You could probably get 2 out of Harlem. Out of Staten, you can get 2 or 3 out of Staten, but I don't know if you can get a full 4.
Well, I mean, it would be like it'd be Woo. Who else pumping Staten like that though?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Woo was the only ones who really did it for Staten Island, man.
Well, outside of Force MD.
Well, yeah, Force MD.
But yeah, they ain't fucking with that squad.
Right.
They ain't fucking with that. Man, I tell you what, if honorable mention, if you put Prodigy on that shit, It'd be a fucking problem.
A problem. I wanted to make it a 4-5.
Like Prodigy in his prime. Woo! That would be a problem.
Now, you know who would be a good squad, though? Not a full 4, but you can get a lot out of Long Island. Because Long Island, you got Rakim, and you got Keith Murray. He one of the top lyricists. You know what I mean?
You got Chuck D, right?
Chuck D, yep. So you know you can get at least 3 out of Long
Island. You got They Live, but you can.
I don't know about lyricism, but yeah, they
live. They nice.
They nice. I'm just talking about as far as being able to hang with people like Nas and LL and them. You know, Cool G Rap. They nice, but I don't know if they have that.
Nice. They nice.
But they nice though.
Nice.
But yeah, so y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think about those 2 questions for today. You know, can you come up with another squad out of NYC that could hang with that? You know, as far as the politicians, you know, do you think they're behind the times? You know what I mean? So
we definitely got to do other regions on that. You know, do a little outside.
Yeah, you can come up with another region if you want. You know, that was just my initial. When I posted it, but yeah, if you can come up with like let's say 4 out of Atlanta, 4 out of California, you know what I mean, something like that. You know, what I mean, 4 out of Detroit. You know, Detroit got some heavy hitters.
Man, Detroit.
You know, you get Eminem and Royce. Already, that's 2 out of Detroit. You know what I mean? Maybe what's my man name? Tech Nine.
Yeah, well, Tech Nine's from Kansas City. That's Midwest. So we probably have to do Midwest. We probably have to do Midwest.
We have to make it a Midwest thing, but Detroit.
Well, you got Trick though. Trick, and even though my man Eminem, my man
MGK.
No, not MGK. Not MGK. Like he's Ohio. Yeah, it was like Ohio. What's my man's name? T Grizzly. I ain't heard from him in a while, but that was my dude.
I haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah, he was kind of like, to me, he was like a new age. He was like a new age E40. Yeah, like he definitely got some influence from E40. I feel.
I agree on that. But anyway, yeah, that's our questions for today. So put that in the chat, and please don't forget, hit all the buttons. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
Brothers and sisters. We need funds allocated so we can build the motherfucking school.
You know what I mean? Don't worry about what we win. Don't worry about what pastor win.
That's right.
What kind of car?
Yeah, don't worry about what chick drive. Don't worry. I said, don't worry about what car pastor driving. Don't worry about what kind of house. I said, don't ask. I say, don't ask no questions. Hey man, pass that. You go on the side.
That's classic right there. But let me jump into some music. I only got a couple of new music joints I want to bring up. My man from Bone Thugs and Harmony, Flesh and Bone.
Okay.
He put out a song recently called "Stay Dangerous," and it's dope, man. Lyricism at its finest, man. It's him and a partner of his. I don't know if Bone Thugs will ever make any group albums anymore, but each of the individuals seems to be doing their own thing. You know what I mean? Crazy Bone, I know he drops stuff every now and then, and I think Lazy still does stuff. But I think that's it. I don't think the other one does anything. And my man LL just dropped a snippet of a new song that he's bringing out. The song is called "The Force," and it's dope, man. I mean, he only gives you like, maybe 15 seconds of the song or something like that, and you hear him rapping his ass off. But what's dope is the song is named after his new album called "The Force," and it stands for something like frequencies of real creative something. I forget. I apologize, but it's a dope acronym. So y'all might want to look that up. But what's dope is the entire album is executive produced by Q-Tip.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Queens in the house.
So that's all I have for music, is those two. I'm sure some more stuff out there, but that's all I found here recently. But we can jump into some topics. And speaking of LL, I wanted to announce he got a new tour coming up called The Force, named after his album.
Okay.
And this tour is going to have a lot of dope, iconic, old school rappers. I wrote down a few. He's got Queen Latifah, Salt and Pepper,
all right,
Common, Bone Thugs and Harmony, De La Soul, Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick.
Oh man, man, that's worth it right there.
Red and Meth.
Oh man,
Rakim.
Okay.
And I heard Nas will be there too.
Oh, nice.
And some more too. So but yeah, it's supposed to be a star-studded event, and they're going from the East Coast to the West Coast. So
nice.
They're definitely coming here to Raleigh and Charlotte.
Okay, we might have
yeah. I was like, we might need to jump on that, man. I'd love to go to that Raleigh show. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's supposed to be. I think they're going to be in Raleigh and Charlotte somewhere around July.
July 9th, isn't it?
I want to say early July. Yeah, somewhere in the early part of July. So yeah, I'm definitely inspired to see that, man. Yeah. We shall see. Got to get the funds right, so that's why we keep telling y'all, you need funds allocated.
Yeah, if I ever I'm working on trying to get a little, I guess I can tell you that, working on trying to get a little second job.
Okay.
When that happens, I'm sick. I'm just tell y'all that right now. I don't know if y'all watch that, y'all hire me, whatnot. When that come out, I ain't working for shit. All right?
Right. That whole weekend we're gonna have to be off, right?
We'll be off.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's gonna be a dope tour, man. I can't wait for that, Jordan. So anyway, let's go on to some more topics. So
real quick, can we acknowledge Rage Against the Machine for going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I don't know if we did that.
We did not.
Yeah, bro.
Somebody else made the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Who was it? Shoot. Oh, shoot. Somebody pretty good, too.
I'll tell you what.
I forgot. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, I'll look it up real quick because I meant the...
Yeah, come back with that. And I'll announce a couple of small things for topics. Has anybody seen the new, Tupac and Phoenix Shakur documentary series, Dear Mama? Because that is out now, as far as I know. I have not seen it, but I'm not really sure about it. I haven't really, I don't know, the little bit of, ad that they ran for it, I was just like, I've already seen this story so many times and her story, so I don't know if it's going to be even worth it. So y'all let me know if y'all think it's worth it or have you seen it. And because I know they aired on TV and then it's also on, what's it, Hulu?
Yeah, it was on Hulu.
Yeah, it's on TV and Hulu. And
So real quick, I don't mean to cut you off.
Good.
So basically, who's inducted? This was May 3rd. So we, like I said, we meant to cover this. I won't get into Kate. Well, might as well. Kate Bush, Cheryl Crow, Missy Elliott, George Michael.
Go for Missy Elliott. Well, she was already in there.
That's what I thought too.
No, you know what? She's in the Writers Hall of Fame.
That's right. That's right. Go ahead. Willie Nelson, Rage Against the Machine, the Spinners. Shout out to Spinners. DJ Kool Herc.
That's who I
got
was
in.
That's what I was thinking of.
Which he rightfully shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? Brought it up here. So
yeah.
I don't know who Link Rye is.
I don't know who that is.
Shaka Khan, Al Cooper, Benny Toppin, don't know that. And Ahmed, Don Cornelius, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. So that's what's up. But I knew it was somebody who was Kool Herc because I saw a snippet about it the other day and they were kind of celebrating him. I was like, okay, it's about time somebody like him got in the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt, man. Because and I think, it's also political reason, since the hip hop is its 50th year.
Oh, yeah.
So,
But yeah, so y'all, let us know what y'all think about that. You know what I mean? I sometimes they air the ceremony on TV. If they do, I'm record it so I can check it out because I really want to see people like Missy Elliott and Kool Herc, get those awards and recognition. The Spinners, that's dope for them.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
I was listening to them this morning too.
Shaka Khan,
yeah.
I thought she might have been in it already.
I'm saying, yo. Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, if we just not getting Kool Herc, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, that's true.
But anyway. But yeah, I was just asking a question about that Dear Mama docuseries. I haven't seen it. So y'all let us know if y'all have seen it, what you think of it so far.
From what I heard that they they took time, can't talk today.
Mm-hmm.
They took time to really actually show Tupac's like New York roots.
Oh, okay.
So from what I'm hearing, if it's this, but they're saying that was what they kind of did, because he was all over, he was in New York, Maryland, then he went to, the West
Coast, yeah.
Kind of like, with Shock G. Shock G was about like that as well. Cause he, like in his album, he was repping Florida hard. Like, damn, that nigga be shouting out Florida.
Yeah. I want to say Ice-T was born on the East Coast. I think he moved to the West. I might be wrong, but it seems like I remember him saying that.
Shoot, that's a lot of, what I'm saying? That's one thing people are saying. Yeah, a lot of people say they West ain't West.
Right.
But then there's a lot of people that say that, they, South and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They ain't South. Cause like Soulja Boy is actually, and I think Luda, they were actually born in Chicago.
Yeah, Luda was born in something like Ohio or something.
Yeah. And but they moved. Down south. So.
Did you know Young MC was from the UK?
No.
Yeah, he's British.
Did not know that.
Yeah, he's from the Royal.
Oh damn, he a young 21 Savage.
Right, he's another 21 Savage. He's a Brit.
I have me my flip-flop ready, sir. My flip
down there. Must have moved.
Must have moved, sir. Must have moved. If you want it, you've got it, sir. Sire.
Right.
I gotta stop.
Right. We're gonna get in trouble. Somebody will come after us. Yeah. But and then the other thing, you were telling me that MTV News is going away.
Yeah, so MTV News, I seen it on CNN, so you know how true that is.
Right.
Anyway, but I think they wouldn't be lying about this, but MTV News is sadly after 36 years, Paramount has decided to pull the plug on it.
Okay.
Which that almost should give actual real news a little bit of concern, because this right here is a novelty act.
Right.
But the way the way news is now, I mean, it's just, me and Curtis was actually talking about, Kurt Loder, and what I'm saying, would he actually profit being on MTV News now? Because now everybody's that's reporting, they're more personalities now. They're not actually reporters. They're more so personalities, what happened with Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson, them. And, what I'm saying? I'm not knocking them, but it's just that it's not, it ain't news now. Kurt Loder, to me, I don't think he had, at least going back in my memory, I don't think he had like, fuck this group or anything like this, or this is my favorite group. He's like, look, report the news on it. This is what happened.
Yeah.
These are the people that's involved with this project,
Yeah.
Here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't think, see now, like way news is now, everybody's so much personality.
Yeah. Yeah, Kurt Loder, from what I remember, was very impartial. He didn't really try to sway one side to the other. So, he just gave you straight up facts, and I think these days, he's doing stuff like writing books and stuff like that. But shout out to Kurt Loder, man, because he was on there for a hot minute. And, MTV, man, I think I think Viacom messed up a lot of that because MTV and BET went downhill after Viacom took over, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, the thing of it, especially with MTV was supposed to be anti-establishment, just that and the third, but
all they do is reality shows now.
It's like where the fuck is the music? Yeah, where's the music at?
Nothing.
Even VH1, it's just whack shit.
Trash, man. So,
speaking of which, I think on that BET, I think 50 Cent, and there's two other people, but I know 50. They all teaming up to buy BET.
Oh yeah, so not Tyler Perry and Byron Allen. It might be them.
I want to say Tyler Perry still has a hand in it. I want to say that, but I'm not for sure. And there was another guy I can't remember, but I don't know if Byron Allen got up, was able to do that. But yeah.
Hey, 50 makes some really good TV shows, so he could do a lot for BET if he gets his hand in it.
Yeah, but they all drug shit. I'm tired of that shit. It's like, damn, can we do, like, for instance, let's get a black version of American Pickers or a black version of a pawn shop. Or, I don't know, why don't we have a brand new fucking idea and let's be trendsetters on that for once. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, just
start some new shit.
Some new shit.
So yeah, I get it, because you're right though. I mean, 50, he's kind of one-dimensional with
I mean, I'm not
good at him, but
I mean, no, I'm not hating. You know what I'm saying? Because he got, but it's just like, man, we get past these drug shit.
Right, exactly. So, and I guess that's his strong suit, because, I mean, he grew up in that kind of environment, so he just kind of,
out
what he knows, but, we need more than that.
Yeah, and I'll say this, too, if he could just bring in someone, bring in someone that can do something different, he can keep doing what he's doing. Bring someone that has, a good idea.
Yeah, bring somebody in there, some creative directions. I'm sure 50 ain't trying to put no love shows out there, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. 50 Cent kid ain't trying to do all that.
You know what I'm saying? But, you want to get into Boosie?
Yeah. So my man Boosie, he got arrested on some gun charges, man, some felonious gun charges. So I don't know if he's going to be facing some big time, but I heard the term felony murder going around. I don't know. I hope it's just, felony possession. But, I'm assuming it's just possession, because if it was something like somebody got killed, we'd have heard more about it. You know what I mean? It would have been making major headlines. So I'm thinking it's just felony possession of a weapon or weapons. I don't know, allegedly. But and I heard he is facing some time, though. So, we'll see. What you think?
Well, speaking of personalities, for whatever reason, I think hip hop, people that report on hip hop, these culture vultures, are having personalities.
Oh, okay.
So, what I'm saying is this. I think Soulja Boy, shout out to Soulja Boy, was actually telling people that, hey, don't fuck with Vlad, because every time you fuck with him, there's a case on him.
Yeah.
And Soulja Boy stopped fucking with him.
Yeah, because they
Boosie Boosie go up there about all the time.
Because Vlad paying them for them interviews, you know what I mean? So it's an easy check. You know what I mean? You go up and sit on the couch and get a check. Because Vlad, he'll give you some money to come up there and sit with him or whatever.
Well, it depends. He wasn't giving everybody money. That was the other, That was the other thing that everybody was falling out about.
Right.
So that's the thing. So I don't know what he told. Oh, that's another thing. You see Vlad talk to, I just saw a clip of it, but you see him talk to DJ Academics about that whole tax tone and the Troy Ave shit?
Nah.
Man,
I don't care neither one of them. So
I don't care neither, but that Vlad was talking spice.
Word.
Yo, he was talking about and see, this is what I'm talking about, man. See, if it was Kurt Loder, you know what I'm saying, he would have been like, look, this is what happened, Nah, you're supposed to be a journalist.
Right.
Why the fuck you getting in people's shit? Talking about, he was like, tax on a good friend of mine, and you know what I'm saying? And Troy Ave, he ain't out there like that. Fuck him. And like, he just went like, yo, I'm like, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
It's tripping.
He done got too comfortable in this shit.
Yeah, man. You're right about that. He got comfortable. Come on, man. That's why nobody want to support you, man.
Yeah,
so I don't know, man. Him and academics, man.
Nah, man. But yeah, I don't care for, like you said, I don't care for Troy Ave, but somebody from someone outside the culture scolding him like that,
right?
Like I don't stand for that shit.
Yeah.
Whether he did wrong or not, right. I don't stand for that shit because it's like it looks bad. Like who the fuck are you to come out here and say this? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah, I mean it is what it is.
Yep. But yeah, glad you king culture vulture, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I I'm not rooting for Bootsy or anything. But I do hope. It can be cleared up. I mean, I don't want to see him go like, yeah. I mean, I don't have nothing against Bootsy or anything like that. But you know what I'm saying? But it is funny, like he goes up there all the time. So I don't know, he can, Vlad could have been like, well, Boosie's got all these guns.
Right.
It's hard for Vlad.
Right.
He got all these guns.
It's hard to imitate a culture voice.
I mean, he got all these guns, so you could just go to his door anytime. And then,
just knock on his door.
Yeah, just knock on his door.
It's at 23 Main Street.
Yeah, I mean,
not that you heard it from me, but
yeah. You just go there. But yeah, I mean, I don't. Like I said, I don't know. So
yeah, man, I don't mess with Vlad, man. I just if I see a clip of him, maybe on somebody else's channel, if it's something controversial, I might check it out. But for the most part, even that, I don't mess with. So.
For those, I will say this. I have unsubscribed to Vlad for I don't know how many. Ever since the whole thing with the Farrakhan.
All of them was getting on this case.
Yeah, I think that was probably about 5 years ago.
I was going to say 2 or 3. I don't think it's been a whole 5.
Well, yeah.
But
I think it's been 5. It's been a while. Because I think when I said this, it was about 3 years then.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
it could be. You never know.
Fuck Vlad. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Fuck that motherfucker, man. Anyway, let me jump into this, man. I don't know if y'all heard, but the rumor has it that Chris Brown and Usher got into a little scuffle. First they were saying Usher got jumped by Chris Brown and his people. But then it turned into, maybe Chris Brown and Usher himself both got into it. And then it was supposedly Usher came out with a bloody nose. But, they were at some kind of festival. And the story goes that Chris Brown was trying to talk to Tiana Taylor about something. Yeah. He was trying to confront her about something, and she wasn't really trying to talk to him. And so he kept trying to get a response out of her, like kept trying to talk to her, and she wouldn't listen, I guess. And so Usher saw that it was getting a little heated, so he kind of stepped in between them, trying to stop it, like, let's leave that alone. And then supposedly Chris Brown got mad and left the venue, just kind of mad and left. And then Usher supposedly followed him outside. And next thing they know, they're seeing Usher with like a bloody nose or something like that. So Usher hasn't really said anything. Chris Brown did kind of make a slight comment about it, saying that people are making up like rumors and stories and things like that. But he didn't really clarify anything either. So, I don't know, man, but I just think it's funny that, the R&B niggas is fighting, you know what I mean?
The R&B niggas is singing niggas like biting each other like bombs.
You know what I mean? So,
hey, man, I'm telling you, though, you can't fuck with them singing niggas.
Right.
Some of them niggas is for real.
Chris Brown looked like he got a little scrap in him. I ain't gonna lie. I think Usher could probably fight a little bit, but he probably wouldn't. I don't know if he'd beat Chris Brown. Yeah. Chris Brown looked like he fight for a living or something. You know what I mean? Chris Brown still be rolling with gang members and thugs and shit like that. You know
That's what I'm saying, man. So speaking of which, going back, so I think they are going to do a versus, the act like an act, not like fight, but they're bringing back verses around.
Right.
And also, you also said that Bad Boy and So Def is going to do have a versus.
I think both of those could be good. I mean, if Usher and Chris Brown do one, that would be a good matchup. They had asked Chris Brown about it before, and he said he would not do it. But this was about a year, maybe 2 years ago, when the idea first came up. He just felt like Chris Brown was saying that he felt like he didn't want to do a versus because when you do verses, it's almost like when your career is over. You're not really doing any active music. He was like, I'm still like touring and putting out albums and all that, so I'm not at that retirement phase where I need people to go back and celebrate my music. So that's kind of how he felt. I think Usher was up for it. Usher was like, yeah, I'll do it, if they really want. So maybe Chris Brown has changed his mind. We'll see.
Well, that's fair, but I don't know. There's been groups of people that, that still kind of do music, and you know what I'm saying? And they did it. RZA. I guess I would say maybe, because I would say they maybe be borderline retired, but like DJ Premier is definitely not retired.
Yeah, Premier's still making music to this day.
Yeah. Trying to think of what. Well, it is kind of like a load. Oh no, the Lots.
The Lots.
Yeah, come on. Now maybe Dipset
was up there twice.
Maybe Dipset, but not the Lots. Not the Lots. KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, they still, they still hash out stuff. Yeah. It may not be as mainstream,
right?
Not to be frank, but they still put out music. Yeah. So there's a couple.
But I get what he's saying.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I still think it would be good for him, to do it, because Chris Brown, he gets hated on a lot nowadays. Still from that old thing where he got into it with Rihanna.
Oh man, they had been past that. They did everything. Hell, she pregnant. She done got the baby. Yeah.
Right, and him and Rihanna is cool now. They're friends, and so it's like, why the fuck are y'all still holding on to that shit, man? He's apologized, and she even acknowledged that she was the one who started the fight. She was like, yeah, I was whooping his ass.
Dang.
She was hitting him.
Dang.
So all he was doing was really defending himself, but, he probably just hit harder than her. That's all. And that's still, but nobody ever looks at her like you're an abuser. You know what I mean?
Well, shoot, that's the thing, man. Women, being a woman, you can get away with stuff like that.
That's one of them double standards in society, man. But y'all better recognize. But yeah, and as far as Bad Boy and So Def, I think that would be a great versus because they're from the same era. They both was dominating the early '90s all the way to the late '90s. In the 2000s, they were still both making music, but it wasn't as they weren't at their peak like they were in the '90s. I don't know. Who do you think would be the better? Who do you think will win out of Bad Boy and So Def? It's a hard one.
Well, I'm kind of leaning towards Bad Boy as far as who they had in that camp.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? As far as who they had in that camp. But now, So ain't too bad neither. But that's one of those. If the BET did like the bracket, I think Bad Boy is probably gonna take So. I think just on catalog alone.
Yeah, I think so too. So Def got some monster hits.
If he play them right,
they play their cards right. Because you got the Brat, you got Bow Wow, then both of them. Crisscross. You got all the other groups that they started coming out with the late '90s and 2000s. Like, what's the ones that did the White Tee song?
Slang in my right tee. Hang in my that's a dirty ass white tee.
Right. So them dudes,
that shit gonna be a grit tee.
Right. So that's but you got a lot of those types, that came out and helped keep So Def going. But Bad Boy, man, they got Mace,
Yeah.
I mean, Mace alone got some monster hits. I mean, you got Biggie.
Yep.
You got
Black Rob,
Little Kim, Black Rob, like you said, G Dep, Special Delivery, Deluxe. I mean, I don't know, man. That might not be a fair matchup, but it would be an awesome show if they play the cards right. Like you get a lot of these people to make these appearances. You know what I mean? Like So Def, they get Brad to perform songs. They get Bow Wow to perform songs. Yep. Bad Boy get, you know what I mean, the Locks and all of them. Mace to perform and all of that, because that's what's really going to make the show. If you can get the right performers in there, you got a versus on your hand.
Yeah.
And you know, I was wondering if versus was going to go away because they haven't done anything in so long. You know, it kind of felt like they were putting it to rest. But
I think Tim and Swiss, I don't know if they own it like they do anymore, but I think
they give it up. They gave it up to Triller, but I hope they got it back because Triller was whack, man. Triller wasn't doing shit.
Yeah, maybe we can get that. I don't know if they'll be able to do that again, get that Onyx and Cypress Hill again.
Yeah, you know it would be nice, or at least maybe release the footage for people who didn't get to see it.
Yeah, that shit, that sucked. I mean, I think that really hurt both of their careers, because that was supposed to have been epic. But they fucked it up. Yeah, they fucked it up, man.
Yeah, man. So y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think, you know, who will win out of those two verses between either Chris Brown and Usher or So Def and Bad Boy. You know what I mean? So I would love to see that. All right, let's move on. Let's see here. So my man's Tory Lanez, man, you know, his luck is not that great there lately. He tried to put in a request for a retrial over the Megan Thee Stallion shooting back in 2020. And he said he was going to bring all this evidence to show why he deserved the retrial, because he felt like in the first trial, they didn't really show all of the proof that he had that he didn't do anything. And when he put all that proof in front of the judge was like, "Sir, this is trash." And he shut him down. So his trial, his retrial got shut down pretty quickly, from what I understand. I think he probably did like, you know, Trump and them, you know, with the voting. We got proof that they cheated with the voting. What's your proof? Well, you can see this guy walking up the street and, you know, then he disappeared. So that means somebody's lying about the vote. Sorry, that doesn't make sense. Well, it does to us. It's like, you ain't really got no proof, you know, because if you got real proof, a judge is going to be like, yeah, that's good. We need to go ahead and bring this back to life. So obviously, whatever proof you brought was trash, sir.
Damn.
Not being funny, but you know, I mean, it must have been trash. You know what I mean? Because the judge shut the whole shit down, from what I understand. So, what do you think about the whole situation? Do you you have an opinion on who you think was lying? Like, do you think Megan was lying? Do you think Tory's lying?
I ain't got no opinion about that.
Gotcha.
Someone shut up.
Right. Yeah, man.
Bitches look garbage.
Right. But you know, it is what it is, man. I mean, you know, I don't know. I wasn't there, but based on what I've heard, I do feel like Megan was telling the truth. You know what I mean? Based on what she said, she sounded a little more truthful than him. Now, you know what I mean? My thing is, if you got proof, you know, bring the proof that you know, didn't shoot anything. Hell, if the court won't let you do it, then do it on social media. Here you go, y'all. Let me show y'all. Since the court wouldn't allow me to, you know, bring my proof, let me show y'all so I can get the court of public opinion.
That's what I'm saying. That's the new court now. Shit.
Yeah, that's it. That's the new court. So, you know, and before we move on, please don't forget, just want to remind y'all, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe. Brothers and sisters, we need funds allocated to go to the LL Cool J concert.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Make sure you pass that plate over there, bro. That's nigga. That's But anyway, man, let's move on. Ebony, you want to talk about Ebony K. Williams?
we can talk about that in K. Williams.
Okay.
Her statement. So I know it's about a couple of weeks.
It's been a little time, but we didn't get to cover it last week, and it's an interesting topic. You know what I mean? And I do think it's interesting only because of the way that she tried to cover it up. You know, to fix her reputation. So basically, she was in an interview with Iyanla Vanzant. You know, a lot of people know her from the Fix My Life joints, and you know, I think Iyanla was kind of picking up on her vibe. She was picking up on Ebony's vibe about how she was a little on the Hassa Diddy side. So she was like, okay, Ebony, let me ask you this. Would you date a bus driver? And Ebony was like, only if he owned the bus. And so that comment really got her into a lot of flack. A lot of people was like, whoa, what you mean? That's the only time you would date a bus driver is if he owned the bus? Now, you know, I felt like most people felt, you know, like she was just saying, you know, I'm above just dating an average driver. You'd have to be an owner for me to want to date you, to be on my level. Now, she tried to backtrack it and say, well, no, I was trying to uplift Black men by saying that. You know what I mean? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I don't see the upliftment. I don't feel very uplifted. So, you know, you might have to clean that up a little bit more. So most people who heard her when she tried to clarify still said, nah, they call bullshit. So what do you think about the whole thing?
Well, the thing of it is, like, don't get me wrong. I do understand that she just don't want anybody. I get that. I respect that. But if the man doing the bus, if he's driving a bus or he's, you know what I'm saying, if he's working and that's what he's focusing on, you know what that man is doing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's working. You already know where he at. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that, you know, I'm just average and I just, you know, work the bus. I'm kind of tired of that shaming. It's like, why can't a man just be, you know, a man can be have pride in what he does. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, hey, I may not be a millionaire, but hey, I work here, I get a steady check. I'm not saying that's great or grand, but hey, you know, I take care of myself. Yeah. I make sure everybody around me is taken care of. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I just think this whole reality stuff, especially like reality TV, like, and this old mindset of, oh, well, you know, man gotta have this and he gotta have all this money and you know, it just gotta be about money and take me to nice places, which is fine. But it should be, you know what I'm saying? It should be like a team effort working together, not just, you know, dictating to this man and like, oh, well, you know, you got to do this. And it's like, no, it's really narcissistic. Yeah, and I mean, a lot of times that shit backfires, man, because a lot of these women who think they need these $1 million men, a lot of times they end up getting cheated on because certain men, when they get to that high standard or high level of income, they feel like I can have whatever woman I want. Well, that and you know the fact that they probably like, you know what, I'm tired of this nagging bitch. Right. Exactly. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and get into it. So really, from what I understand, she made herself available to all races of men. She had like a white man. I think he had, you know, family. Okay. And he was keeping her up in an apartment and everything, had her kept up and everything. She fucked that up. Yeah. And like when the pandemic happened, he like, yeah, I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I ain't gonna lie, man, based on the way she was talking, I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with her either. Nah, I'm good. Let alone married. I'm good, man. Yeah, it's just on that. Some of these bras, they look good and everything. And really, to me, she don't, like, her attitude don't make her really that pretty. Yeah. It really don't. It really don't. And DJ Envy went in on her too, actually. Oh, wow. Should we clap that up? Right, we might need to clap that up, man. Hey, my man got a backbone?
Every guy got a backbone.
Wow.
He said, yeah, I kind of side with those people who are bus drivers because, I know a lot of them, and, those are my peoples. You know what I mean? I appreciate the way you was talking to them, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, man, shoot. Man, that's what I'm saying. It's like the people that's up on top are going to shit on people that, okay, they may not be the next, Bill Gates but these people are the people that keep the country going. Why are you shitting on these people?
Exactly.
The bus driver, the construction worker, the people that, what I'm saying? There are people necessary to keep the country going. Why are you shitting on them? If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be able to do whatever you needed to do.
Yeah.
And I'm not necessarily saying that, you got to get on a bus, but what I'm saying? If that option wasn't there and you needed that option, now what? What do you got to do? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
yeah, man. I mean, and honestly, man, a standard bus driver would be the most loyal person to you if you was in her shoes. You know what I mean? That's going to be somebody who's going to really be loyal to you. You know what I mean? But you keep on doing what you're doing. I hope you get exactly what you deserve.
It has to be alone, bitch.
You know what I mean? But
that's just me.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say. Nah, I'm sorry. You deserve somebody as well.
Yeah, she's gonna get somebody. She's gonna get exactly what she deserves to get.
Yeah, but that's the thing, man. I just don't get it. I'm just sick and two. I don't want to. That's another thing too, and I know I kind of fed into it. I'm just sick of this whole men versus woman and like man got to do this, and it's just like
Right.
Evidently, the way that we're going about shit right now is not working. Why come we're not coming together and working with what resources we have?
Yeah.
Cause guess what, black people? Every other fucking ethnicity does that shit. I'm surprised I said that right. Everybody does
right, though.
Everybody else does group economics and work together. We're the only ones who's like, oh, you don't make enough money. I'm gonna put this nigga down here.
Right.
Oh man, shoot.
Yeah, man, we got to start coming together.
That's what I'm saying, man.
As a people.
Shout out to the Latino community, man, for real. Because that one clip that was there's one I forgot. It was I think she was Latina, and she was just saying, look, we try to work together. Like we don't make it unless everybody make it.
Yeah, and that's
a beautiful thing.
That's how it should be.
It's a beautiful thing.
You know what I mean? Our people get so competitive, like, nah,
yeah,
I don't need you outdoing me and, outshining me. It's outshine for everybody, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Even I have to shout out Dr. Umar Johnson, but that's one thing he pointed out. I mean, back in the day, like, it's like, yeah, even black men competing with black women. It's like, I ain't competing with no woman. Now, I can understand a man,
right,
in a sense, because, men are competitive. Friendly competition. Not no like, oh, I'm gonna shine on that nigga. I'm gonna shine on it. Not like that. But friendly competition, I can understand. But I'm not competing against no woman.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So y'all let us know what y'all think about that in the comments. We'll go from there. I wanted to mention the new docu-series by Jada Pinkett Smith called Cleopatra. Queen Cleopatra, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
So we did watch the first episode, and what did you think about it?
I really thought it was pretty good. It was represented well. I'm enjoying it. I like the way that it's kind of there's historical facts behind it. There's people narrating the historical facts.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you're kind of watching this scene come about. Yeah. So it's like a story, but then it's still like a documentary.
Exactly.
It's really a good take on it. So yeah.
I think they do a good job with that. It's a good blend, like you said.
Yeah.
You get the reenactment of the actual story, but you also get the running commentary every few minutes from somebody to make it a real documentary. So. I do like that, and I'm gonna keep watching it. We only watched the first episode. I'm not sure how many episodes they're gonna do, but so far so good. You know what I mean? And it's good to know. I actually learned something, about her that I didn't know, because I never actually knew that she was not from Egypt. You know what I mean? She's so according to the docuseries, she's from Macedonia, which is actually in Europe, but she was still a woman of color.
And she wanted to be connected. That's another thing too. She wanted to be connected to the Egyptians. That's one thing that's one thing I can say that I like, that she really wanted to be connected with those people.
Yep. So y'all go check it out. Let us know what y'all think. It's on Netflix, so you can, watch it. I'm sure all y'all got Netflix by now. You don't need the lover email no more.
Well, they ain't gonna let you have the lover email no more. They can't let they broke that seat up. They said, nah, he can get shit.
Right, exactly. So,
dang Netflix, that's how y'all got up.
Oh, my bad.
Uh-oh.
My bad.
No,
I meant to turn my ringer off earlier. Scam likely, my arch nemesis. So anyway, we can move on. Before we close it out, did you want to talk about anything else, like the verses with Bad Boy or any of that?
Yeah, we kind of already talked about that.
Right,
I want to shout out, not shout out, but before we get on here, we was getting ready to talk about Cameron clowning Jordan Poole. I think he's a basketball player.
Yeah,
I think that was Maverick. No, Sacramento Kings.
Okay.
He clowns him spending money on Ice Spice. It was like $500, like $500,000
on a date with Ice Spice. I don't mean no harm, you know what I mean? Now, if he did this is allegedly, but if he did this, bro, you trash. I can't ride with you on that.
Well, I'm not gonna say
$500,000.
I'm not gonna say you trash. I mean, if you could do it, do it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, like if you got the ability, I can understand it. But
yeah,
at the same time, like that's just a date. Now I can understand
right.
Like
that's
years.
What I'm saying. That's a date.
Yeah, if you years and years into it, yeah.
For what? And Ice Spice ain't even that attractive to me, man. I don't mean no harm, but she cool, but she ain't all that to me.
She I can't do it. Come on. How does she do it?
Oh no, I ain't even trying.
Yeah, I like that one song she got with that one girl.
Yeah, she makes some decent music.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. I mean, to me, you can get like the finest woman on earth, and I still wouldn't spend $500,000 on one date when there's so much more I could do with $500,000. I can put that into a business, something that's gonna bring me a return on my money. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, I'll take you out and spend some nice money on you. You know what I mean? You can get cheese on your burger and all of that. You know what I mean? I'll spring for all of that. You know what I mean? But I'm not spending no $500,000. I'll give you all the condiments you want, ketchup packets, all of that. You can have it.
Look, I sell all the mints at the trade, bitch. You know what I'm saying? When we come out, all the mints is yours.
All the mints is yours.
See how these big hands is? I'm like,
Yeah,
come on. All the mints is yours.
You know what I mean? You have enough mints to last the rest of your life.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm rich. Yeah. But I'm just saying, man, I ain't that cheap, but I'm just saying I would not. I could just think of so many more things I could do with $500,000. I'm sorry. And a date is not one of them. Over the course of a relationship, like if I'm a millionaire, over the course of a relationship, I'm sure I'm gonna spend that money on you. You know what I mean? But it ain't gonna be on one date. Because then what you gonna have to top that the next time.
Yeah, that's
you only spent $500,000 last time. Now you gotta spend $750,000.
Even that's what I'm saying. Even if you was like say millionaire, billionaire, that's tough to top. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And these young NBA dudes need to be investing their money into something that's going to bring them a return when they're out of the game, because you ain't going to be in this game that long. Trust me.
Shout out to Kwame Brown, because that's definitely what he was talking about. Because and then he been giving up game on that too, talking about how like a lot of these people, like you be surprised, broke, or they have to work at night and take night shift jobs because, you know what I'm saying, they're so much of a celebrity that it hurts.
Yeah.
That like they, you know what I'm saying? But he was saying the same thing, like, buy you up something. Buy something, because the these people that are in these contracts and things like that, that's over your contracts, they siphon that money and it goes back to them. But then they make you look like, oh, well, you weren't good with your money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, that's one thing I give somebody like Jay-Z credit for doing, because he invested in a lot of stuff to make sure he gets some money in return. And he's been trying to put y'all on game for a while, but nobody be wanting to listen. Oh, he an old head. He don't know what he's talking about, but he can buy pretty much anything you can think of. You know what I mean? So
I have to give it to him. There ain't no rapper I ain't ever heard talking about I can put people in apartments and shit.
Right.
I ain't heard
Exactly.
damn niggas say that shit.
Shout out to Ho.
I have to give him that.
I mean,
man.
My dude right there when it comes to money. So yeah, I don't care. Ice Spice is cool. I ain't got no hate for her or anything like that.
Oh, I can't do it.
she ain't. Like I said, I don't care who you are. You know what I mean? I can think of the finest girl I can think of in the world, and I still wouldn't do that for her.
Yeah.
Because I'm not. There's not enough that you're doing for me that's gonna increase my value. I'm not here to make you a rich. On one date just to impress you. The fuck out of here. I mean, yeah, over the course of time, if I had money like that, you build together.
But
just for one day,
that's crazy.
You can keep it. So anyway, but yeah, I guess we can go ahead and wrap it up. You know what I mean? One last time, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe. Brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? We got concerts to go to.
You know what I'm saying? We got funds that need to be allocated.
I'm telling you, man, we're going to have to get a cash out going for real.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, man, we appreciate y'all checking us out week after week. I put up a lyrical breakdown for young MA, so please keep her in your thoughts and prayers.
Yes.
I know she's going through some stuff, and just was thinking about her and just wanted to give her some spotlight, just to appreciate her lyricism. So go check that out, and we will see y'all on the next episode. So this has been episode 242.
242.
This is your man Kurt, and this is
Howard.
We'll see y'all next time.